Hi, hello, my dear students. This is your Prasanna Harikrishna sir, Assistant Professor of Botany, SRR Government Arts and Science College, Karimnagar. So, in the last session, we have gone through the C3 cycle, basic information of C3 cycle and this particular diagrammatic or schematic representation. In this session, we will see how the reactions are going on in the C3 cycle. Okay, just have a look. So this is about the schematic representation of entire C3 diagram, the cycle. Now we will see how many steps are there in the C3 cycle. You have three steps. Remember, one is the first step will be just see, this is the first step, that is carboxylation. Carboxylation is the first step of C3 cycle. Second one is carbohydrate synthesis. Carbohydrate synthesis, or you can say glucose synthesis. Then number 3 is RUBP regeneration. So regeneration of RUBP, right? So these are the three steps in C3 cycle. So we will see, just you can have a clarity over each and every concept. Just see, carboxylation. Carboxylation nothing but what? Addition of carbon dioxide. Okay, so addition of carbon dioxide is called as carboxylation. Then carbohydrate synthesis, production of glucose is called as carbohydrate synthesis. Then RUBP regeneration, ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate is regenerated during this entire cycle. So that can be called as RUBP regeneration. Okay, so we'll see one by one. What is first one? Carboxylation. Just have a look. This is what? RUBP. Okay, so ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate is basically a 5 carbon compound. So I am taking 6 moles. 6 moles of RUBP combines with 6 moles of carbon dioxide. Okay, this 6 moles of carbon dioxide combines with 6 moles of RUBP. Then RUBP has 5 carbons, 6 moles or 6 units. 6 into 5, how much? 6 into 5, 30 carbons. Okay, so 30 carbons plus 6 carbons. How many? 36 carbons. Okay, so these 36 carbons combine together and form PGA, phosphoglyceric acid. Okay, so RUBP is combined with carbon dioxide. This entire process can be called as carboxylation. Carboxylation means addition of carbon dioxide. So this carbon dioxide is added to the RUBP. Okay, 30 plus 6 is equals to 36. That compound could be PGA. So PGA contains 3 carbons and 12 units. 12 into 3 is equals to 36. Clear? So this entire process can be catalyzed by RUBP carboxylase. You can say Rubisco. So I have told you the entire schematic description of RUBP enzyme in my last session. Now this 12 moles of PGA is again converted into 12 moles of 1,3 di-PGA. 1,3 di-PGA. So what happens here? PGA is having 3 carbons. For example, 1, 2, 3 carbons. So first carbon is attached with phosphate and the third carbon is also added with phosphate. So first carbon and third carbon, both the carbons are attached with phosphates. Hence 1,3. There are 2 phosphates, hence diphosphoglyceric acid. Simple, 3 carbons, 12 moles common, means 12 into 3, 36. There is no change in the carbon number. So what happens? 12 ATPs are converted into 12 ADP and PI, nothing but inorganic phosphate. Okay, so for this reaction, whenever ATP is added or ATP is formed, there will be an enzyme called kinase. This kinase is phosphoglyceric kinase. Okay, phosphoglyceric kinase. Okay, now this 12 moles of 1,3 diphosphoglyceric acid is again converted into glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. What is that? Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. This is also 3 carbon compounds. 12 moles of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate will be formed from 1,3 diphosphoglyceric acid. Okay, these 12 moles, these 12 molecules are combined together, and it is called as pool nothing but a group. Okay, now what happens during this particular reaction? So 12 NADPH is converted into 12 NADP. Okay, so protons are removed from NADPH. Okay, then there will be an enzyme NADP phosphoglyceric dehydrogenase. Whenever the protons are removed, there would be an enzyme dehydrogenase. D nothing but removal, hydrogens removal or protons removal. Okay, now these 12 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, every glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is having 3 carbons. Now, so you can divide 6 pools, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so every pool contains 2 moles, nothing but every glyceraldehyde phosphate is having 3 carbons. How many moles? 2 moles. 3 into 2, 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. The total will be 36. Okay. Out of 36, so 2 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is finally converted into glucose. Nothing but what? Carbohydrate formation. So this is the second step. Carbohydrate formation. So from here to here. So this is all about what? Carbohydrate formation. Means that is a second step. Then come to third one, RUBP regeneration. The entire process will be involved in the formation of RUBP again. Okay, so let's see what happens during this particular mechanism. Now, so 2 moles of G3P and 2 moles of G3P. 2 moles of G3P is converted into DHAP, that is dihydroxyacetone phosphate. G3P is converted into dihydroxyacetone phosphate in the presence of what? Triose phosphate isomerase. This is an example for isomerization reaction. Okay, so 2 moles, nothing but 6 carbon means 12 carbons. So they combine together in the presence of aldolase enzyme. So 12 carbons, nothing but fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. Every fructose is 6 carbon compound, but 6 plus 6 we have 2 moles or 2 molecules of fructose 1,6 bisphosphate is formed. Okay, so the figure is tallied. 2 into 6 will be 12. Okay, now this 2 moles of fructose 1,6 bisphosphate is again converted into fructose 6-phosphate. 2 moles, 6 carbons, 2 into 12, 2 into 6 is equals to 12 carbons. So it happens in the presence of fructose 1,6 bisphosphatase. Clear? Now this fructose 6-phosphate combines with another DHAP, means 6 carbons. This is what? 6 carbons. This is 12. So 12 plus 6 gives rise to, after combining these 2 compounds, they will be broken down into 2 another compounds. One is xylulose 5-phosphate. So 5 indicates what? 5 carbons. How many moles? 2. So 2 into 5, 10 carbons. Okay. Now, so 2 molecules of erythrose 4-phosphate. 4 indicates 4 carbons. Now 2 into 4 is equals to 8 carbons. Okay, so 8 carbon compound, that is a 4 carbon compound, 2 molecules, 5 carbon compound, 2 molecules. Okay, 8 plus 10 gives rise to 18. Okay, 12 plus 6, 18. 18 becomes like this, Okay, in the presence of what? Transketolase. Now this xylulose, come here. Erythrose 4-phosphate again combines with another pool, another 2 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, nothing but 6 carbons. 6 carbons plus 8. 6 into 8 what? 6 plus 8 what? 14. So they combine together in the presence of aldolase, and there will be formation of pseudoheptulose 1,7 bisphosphate. Pseudoheptulose, hepta indicates how many? 7. So 2 molecules of 7 compounds, 7 carbon compound is formed. So 2 into 7, how many? 2 into 7 is equals to 14 carbons. So 8 into 6, 14, tallied. Clear? Now, 2 molecules of pseudoheptulose 1,7 bisphosphate is again converted into 2 molecules of pseudoheptulose 7-phosphate. Means what happens here? Phosphate is removed from the first carbon of pseudoheptulose 1,7 bisphosphate. So it happens in the presence of pseudoheptulose 1,7 bisphosphatase. Clear? Now, these 2 molecules of pseudoheptulose 7-phosphate contains the total number of carbons will be 14. It combines with another pool, that is DHAP, contains 6 carbons. So 14 plus 6 is equals to 20 carbons. Okay. Now, after combining these 2 compounds, it will be broken down in the presence of transketolase. Now, so this is 10 carbon compound, this is also 10 carbon, 10 plus 10, 20, tallied. Okay. Now, see, 2 molecules of xylulose 5-phosphate, it is basically a 5 carbon compound. So 5 into 2 is equals to 10. Then ribose 5-phosphate, it is also 5 carbon compound. 5 into 2, 10 carbons. Okay. Now we have 2 molecules of xylulose 5-phosphate here, 2 molecules of xylulose 5-phosphate here, and 2 molecules of ribose 5-phosphate here. Okay. How many? 2 plus 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2. So every molecule contains 5 carbons. So 2 into 5, 10. 2 into 5, 10, and 2 into 5, 10. So 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30 carbons. Okay. So now xylulose 5-phosphate is converted into ribulose 5-phosphate. Ribose 5-phosphate is also converted into ribulose 5-phosphate. Okay. Xyluloses are converted into ribulose 5-phosphate in the presence of ribulose 5-phosphate epimerase. Ribulose 5-phosphate epimerase. Whereas ribose 5-phosphate is also converted into ribulose 5-phosphate in the presence of ribose 5-phosphate isomerase. Okay. Now, so all the 6 carbon compounds are converted into 6 molecules of ribulose 5-phosphate. Then finally, these 6 molecules of ribulose 5-phosphate means 6 into 5 is equals to 30 carbons. They are converted into 6 molecules of RUBP again. Okay. So RUBP is synthesized again and again. Okay. So this can be called as RUBP regeneration. Regeneration nothing but what? Formed again, regenerated again and again. So in this process, there is a conversion of 6 ATP into 6 ADP. Okay, 6 ATP molecules are converted into 6 ADP molecules. Okay, in the presence of ribulose 5-phosphate kinase. Okay, so this is all about the schematic description and schematic diagrammatic representation of C3 cycle. Right, this is most important area for both competitive examinations like PG entrance exams and academic exams like semester exams. Okay, so I hope you got a very good clarity over C3 cycle. Right, so thank you very much.